Northeast Iowa's country leader, 95.1 The Bull. Our community conversation this morning brought to you by Floyd County Medical Center, delivering exceptional personalized healthcare with compassion. Joining me alongside in the bullpen this morning, we have Chickasaw County Sheriff Ryan Shawver joining us. Ryan, thanks a lot for joining me here this morning.
Good morning, Rob, on this nice fall day it feels like outside.
It's the only place, in Iowa, we can experience all four seasons at once.
Within 24 to 48 hours, absolutely.
Yep. You know what? It's kind of a good respite from the bit of a heat wave we had last week. Kind of teasing us a little bit towards later this week. I'm hoping we get a little bit warmer than 60-ish.
I do too. We got the state track meet down in Des Moines and got some area runners from all three schools in the county going down there, and as well as Turkey Valley over there. So it should hopefully be a good meet down there on Thursday into Saturday. So hopefully the weather does change a little bit, warm up a tad bit.
Yeah, and of course, we will be carrying some state field coverage results later this week, so keep tabs here on 95.1 The Bull for that. Let's turn our heads to some stuff that's happening here recently. I know over the past roughly almost 12 hours, we heard about a missing persons case. Wanted to see if there was an update on one. I think his name's Donald Fisher, a 78-year-old we had here in the
Correct.
area.
Yes, from the rural Lawler area. So our office was informed yesterday afternoon that Mr. Fisher hadn't been seen. He's kind of got a routine, I guess, that he does over in the Lawler area. And so we got some concerned citizens over there, the people that see him a lot, hadn't seen him. Did get an update last night. Unfortunately, his vehicle was located in rural Winneshiek County, and there was an individual in there, matching the description of Mr. Fisher, and the decedent hadn't not been 100% identified yet, pending an autopsy and such, but is believed to be Mr. Fisher. And if so, all of our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and friends of Mr. Fisher. So the public's assistance no longer needed. We do feel that this situation is resolved. No foul play is suspected this time, but it is still an ongoing investigation. We do appreciate the assistance of the Winneshiek County Sheriff's Office, medical examiner, and towing companies from that area.
And, of course, respect to the family as well of Mr. Fisher as well here on 95.1 The Bull. Moving along to something we've been talking about with some of our fellow officers. I know we'll be talking with Chief Rosendahl on this in a little bit after we part ways this morning. But big campaign that, of course, teaming up with the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau and NHTSA. It's the good old Click It, Don't Risk It campaign that is back in effect here in Iowa, and that's underway as today, I believe.
Yes, it starts today. Memorial Day weekend this weekend, kickoff to summer. So the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau always likes to do a good big campaign to start off the season. Remind everybody that to wear their seatbelts, to buckle up, even if you're in the back seat. I heard Trooper Williams in here the other day talking about that, how important it is to buckle up no matter where you're positioned in a vehicle. Things can happen. Might not be your fault. There's other drivers out there to get distracted or something in the roadway, and you find yourself in an accident. Unfortunately, that's why they're called accidents. They're unpredictable, and you don't know what's going to happen or when. And unfortunately, we've seen numerous times on accidents we responded to of simply people just not belted in and get ejected, or injuries are worse because they're not belted in. So it's very important. Some people don't think that it's that important, but we feel it's a very important initiative, and so is the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau. So it's a good reminder for people out there just to get in there, click that seatbelt before you start that vehicle.
I believe Chief Deputy also shared some information online, Zach Nosbish, about 44% of traffic fatalities were unbuckled. That's about 108 lives lost.
Yes, that's a high number, so we hope to reduce that number.
Yeah, and along with that, of course, there's a STEP program that will be initiated as well later in the week with other types of citations you'll be looking at. I think it's distracted driving is one of them.
That's a big one.
Big thing.
Yeah, distracted driving, impaired driving. So the STEP is a special traffic enforcement program, again, sponsored by the Governor's Traffic Safety Bureau, which allows dollars out there, grant money to subside and help us with overtime for officers to be out there to up that enforcement over this holiday weekend. So you may see an uptick of law enforcement out there, no matter where you go in the state of Iowa, being part of this program, just to make sure our roadways are safe and everybody enjoys this great weekend.
And of course, it goes without saying, if you're going to embellish, especially with being impaired, I mean, get yourself a designated driver. I mean, in some metro areas, you've got Uber, you got Lyft. Probably a wise idea to maybe even just simply call a cab.
Call a cab. You got call a friend, call a cab. what's that old game show, Phone a Friend? That's something you want to do.
Yeah, you bet. Chickasaw County Sheriff Ryan Shawver joining us here on the Morning Roundup, 95.1 The Bull. I mean, we're already hearing, some schools already graduation, schools being let out here in the next couple of weeks, and probably a good idea to kind of get refreshers on, hey, kids are going to be out and about again.
Oh, yes. You bet. It's a big week for everybody. There's a couple of graduations in the area schools yesterday. Kids are getting out on Friday here in New Hampton. I know that area schools are releasing this week as well. So a lot of kids are going to be excited and be out there enjoying the summer activities, heading to their area parks, being outside on their bikes, skateboards, scooters, whatever they may be to transportation across town or even in the country for that matter. So just be aware that there are going to be other kids out there. They are all taught how to cross roads safely. Unfortunately, sometimes those things go out the window during this time of year. So you see kids riding their bikes, walking down the streets or on the side of the road, just take an extra time and look at it as they may not see you. So just make sure that you are out there and being cautious of who's out there.
And probably a good restatement of phone distraction too would probably also be a thing to kind of just put that away until you get home.
Right, exactly. And those kids that may be listening, don't be on your phones while on your bikes or walking across the street. Sometimes it's hard to multitask in situations like that.
Most definitely. Ryan, another thing that I kind of noticed, in our next county over in Floyd County, there have been an abundance of some break-ins that have happened overnight. Anything coming up here in Chickasaw County you've noticed that have been popping up of people trying to break in, stuff like that at residences?
No, we haven't had any reported things like that, but it's always a good reminder for people to lock the doors, lock things up, pull the vehicle keys out of your vehicles, even if you live in the country. People are out there looking at those remote areas that, hey, this isn't a very high traffic area. Maybe I can go in there and see what I can find. So lock things up. Get yourself a camera system for that if you're so able to do so. There's a lot of different systems out there just to help deter that kind of thing. And, put up some night lights or some motion detector lights. Just one more thing you can do for people to deter them from getting into your property.
Yep. Definitely. And once again, more Memorial Day weekend coming up here. Just be safe, be extra aware of surroundings. I mean, still got farmers, planters are still
going hard.
Still going hard right now. So definitely be aware of it. In the past week or two, we actually had in Floyd County off of 218 was the tractor trailer accident that happened there. So just another example of being extra aware of the roads. And
correct. Even though the planting might be starting to wrap up in some areas, you've got the side dressing going on. So there's still crops starting to pop up. So sprayers will be going, the pre and post emergence will be coming on. So even though the planting might be starting to wrap up in some areas, it's still going strong. In other areas, just be aware that there are a lot of machinery out there on the roads and allow them extra time and sit back and enjoy the view. I love tractors and machinery. So you get behind them, just take your time.
If the weather cooperates with us, we can enjoy some of that view as we get into this weekend. So fingers crossed there. Ryan, further information on what we discussed, general questions, info for you there. How can we get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can call our office at 641-394-3121. And remind everybody, we've got the automated system. So if you need to have a civil question for our civil department or weapons permits or fingerprints, you press 1 to get to our 24-hour communication center that's always staffed and talk to a live person. That's number 2. Our websites, chickasawcounty.iowa.gov. Our information's on there. Our email addresses are on there. We do ask people not to contact us through Facebook. It's not monitored 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So email or a phone call is the best way. And of course, if it's an emergency, dial 911.
All right. Well, Ryan, thanks a lot for joining me here on behalf of Chickasaw County Sheriff's Office. And looking forward to, that I know some people have been already kind of teasing a little bit, especially Mr. Pagel kind of dropped the bomb a little bit
He's
early
a good
last
one for
week.
that.
He's very good at that. Yes, there has been rumor that I will be having this final week here on the Morning Roundup as host there. So it's a pleasure always having you in here every month telling us about what's going on in the county and keeping everybody safe out there.
Well, I appreciate you reaching out, Rob. When I got appointed by the board of supervisors in January of 23, you contacted me to come in, and it's kind of an ongoing thing. And I think it's been good for myself as well as the citizens of this county just to get out there and hear what we do or have some comments to say, because a lot of times when they get a hold of us, they're in their worst moments. And so it's kind of good to hear some positives. But sometimes when they do see me, a face to the voice sometimes. So I do appreciate it, Rob, and it's been a pleasure, and I always do enjoy coming in and talking with you.
Coming from a family that also includes law enforcement there, nothing but respect for you guys there and keeping everybody safe out there.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Sheriff. Appreciate it.
All right.
Sheriff Ryan Shawver here on the Morning Roundup, 95.1 The Bull. We'll have Chief Rosendahl coming up here shortly for community conversation number 2 on the Morning Roundup, 95.1 The Bull.